Hi people, me again obviously, Moreno Ravenberg, as always and as usual. Yeah, as you can tell from the header of this video, this is an extension to my article slash original video on Bael, the number one, I mean not number one metaphorically, but literally number one, the first spirit mentioned in the Goetia from the Lesser Key of Solomon. Now, in my article, before you watch this video, if you're completely unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, it's recommended that you read the article at least, or if you have the time, also watch the original video, and then you'll understand exactly. Long story short, I discussed that the Goeric spirit is by this name, Bael or Baal, is essentially the pagan god Hadad, H-A-D-A-D, so Baal Hadad. That's what I explained in the article. Now, I'm not going to reiterate what I said or repeat what I said in the article and the original video. Again, consult those sources. You can find it linked in the description of this video. I'm purely going to discuss additional information. So this video is an extension on the information and the original video already in the article. It's an extension on the sources, the existing information I already have on them. So yeah, something interesting to note, in the Goetia it is said, the literal description, hold on, let me just literally take the Lesser Key of Solomon. Hold on. Oh yeah, before I continue, Baal essentially asked me to do this, so the spirit in question asked me to do this. Funny story, he originally asked me if I could visit the site where his temple used to be in Aleppo, Syria, well, present-day Syria. But of course that's impractical for me, so this will have to do, and he says he couldn't ask for anything better, and thank you. Yeah, the literal description says, hold on. My goodness. Yeah, the first principal spirit is a king ruling in the east called Bael, and then it just goes on for the rest. Now, why do you think it's mentioned that he is a king in the east? See that? Because he literally comes from the east, the Middle East specifically, that region. That's why the label is there, the king of the east. And I can also tell and or see why they put Baal in the Goetia. Because yeah, he is still a powerful pagan god in his own right. And especially considering the fact that the Goetia is more like an encyclopedia or a collection, like a collector's edition encyclopedia of spirits that were put together. And as far as I know, the Goetia doesn't contain any kind of celestial spirits. It's only infernal spirits and pagan gods. So you can see why they added Baal Hadad to the list of spirits called the Goetia. Now, anyways, you can find this linked in the description of this video as well, or better said, you can find it linked in the article. I repeat, find it in the original article. The temple of Hadad, and you'll see all the pictures and whatnot, and I'll be reading from that. The temple of Hadad is a monumental temple dedicated to the Semitic weather god Hadad, situated inside the Aleppo citadel. The initial foundation date of this temple is not known, but cuneiform texts found in the ruins of the ancient city of Ebla mention a place called Kalab, directly related to the Arabic name for Aleppo, Halab, that had a temple dedicated to this god atop a wooden mound, suggesting that it was functional in the mid-3rd millennium BCE. And yeah, it just goes on for the rest, and you can see nice, interesting pictures in the article. And the article isn't exactly a long article. The temple remained in use until the 1st millennium BCE and was renovated several times. Namely, after destruction by fire, the temple was rebuilt around 1100 BCE as indicated by the iconography and inscriptions on a series of stone relief panels. A second major renovation dated to circa 900 BCE is evidenced by the rebuilding of the northern wall and a series of carved reliefs that formed the base of a platform some meters south of the new northern wall. The plan of the temple has not been fully exposed through excavations, as it existed in the late 2nd or early 1st century BCE. It included an entryway flanked by 2 long rooms leading onto a large rectangular cella measuring 17 by 26 meters with a niche on the northern side. The temple of the storm god represents an exceptionally important archaeological discovery. By providing material evidence on Aleppo's earliest known history, it has allowed researchers to explore a previously unknown layer of the unique city, which was followed by continuous settlement in the Hellenistic, Roman, Byzantine, Zangid, Ayyubid, Mamluk, and Ottoman periods. And yeah, for the rest, you see those pictures. And let me see if that was all I had to say on this subject. Yeah, there is nothing else that I have to say on this subject. Last but not least, yeah, I'm sorry if it became a little dark. It's like also dark outside. Now, I'll be closing off by simply saying that, just like I said in the original article, I'm not going to repeat myself, but just an FYI, he was worshipped for different things. Essentially, he was like the Middle Eastern or the Mesopotamian and whatnot, the cultures that worshipped him in any case. He was like their version of the way the Greeks were to Zeus. He was like one of the highest god, if not the highest god. I can't remember the details exactly, but yeah, in any case, he was a big deal either way. He was one of their main gods at the very least, and yeah, he was worshipped as a storm god, you name it, fertility god, you name it. I just go over all of it in the article. Read the article, okay? But the things that he specializes in are warfare related and money related, dating back to fertility. They worshipped him for things that they needed back in those days, okay? And those are his strongest skills. Those indicate the things that he was the most worshipped for, or the most offerings were made to him in that regard towards those objectives. And that's why you have present day Baal Hadad in the Goetia, also just called Bael. And yeah, that is all, guys. Until next time, and goodbye.